I'm here to talk to you about the initiative we're working on in ITS called PPM, Project Portfolio Management, and a specific effort within that called Effort Reporting. This is a really important initiative for ITS. Let me explain why. Over the last couple of years here within ITS, we've had a very, very sharp focus on a move towards being a service-based organization. It's important for us to develop a level of financial transparency to the organization from a services perspective. What goes into providing those services are the hardware, the software, and the time we spend working on these initiatives. So an important part of what we're trying to do with this initiative is to understand the effort required to support each one of our services. And so as you start to use the tool, what you'll see is that the services that your particular teams are supporting are going to be available and viewable to you within the tool, and you'll be able to record that time. That on the back end is going to translate into costs. Those costs will then be able to link up to the overall cost of the services, again, providing a greater level of financial transparency that we're trying to create. The important thing we're trying to do is understand how much of our people capacity is being used for what we affectionately call RTS, the time that we spend doing our day-to-day work that we'd have to do just to keep the lights on. We spend about 94% of our time doing RTS work, and we've set an aggressive goal to get to 80%. This effort reporting initiative is going to help us do what Peter Drucker, the great management consultant, once said: you can't manage what you can't measure. So now that we can measure it, we'll be able to move closer to this environment where we want to be able to understand how much time we're spending doing our day-to-day activities.
We need to understand the full perspective of effort across the university, because many of our services actually traverse all of our groups. On a related note to that, I'm frequently asked by the university officers and the IT faculty committee, why does IT cost so much? Having an understanding of the effort allows us to build a much more detailed view to answer that question.
We have over 400 people in ITS, and we support hundreds of applications. And understanding where we spend our time helps us identify areas where we're being efficient and areas where there's opportunities for us to perhaps be more efficient.
I feel it's important because it's recommended by a number of IT frameworks that simply try to move organizations towards governance of resources. Without effort reporting, we're kind of working a little bit blind, and we're making estimates without any facts, and we're unable to improve on our estimate-making ability over time.
This will provide us with a clearer picture of where we're spending our resources and time, and that's going to make a huge difference in the way we make decisions about resources going forward.
Do you think your boss gives you too much work to do? Too many looming deadlines? Maybe if you tracked your effort, your boss would know how busy you really are.
With this information, we can align our staff effort with our core technology roadmaps. Are we really putting the time and effort on strategic technologies?
We'll know that we're properly balanced between RTS work and project work, so that we can simultaneously offer reliable, robust services while still having time to be able to look towards the future and to be able to do the things we need to do to improve our services.
Bottom line, better performance. We're here to make a difference. We're here to impact the university. As stewards of Yale's assets, it's up to us to really make sure we're maximizing the potential of every single individual in the department.
It's like managing your checkbook. If you don't know what you have, you don't know how much to spend. So what I would suggest is everybody start entering their true effort, right? I mean, whether it is billable or non-billable, doesn't matter. What we are trying to come up with is true cost estimates so that we can use our money that is allocated wisely and spend them on projects that are providing high value.
The effort reporting function will not be valuable to management unless everyone participates. We need to see the total equation of resource effort across all services and projects. Consider that rebalancing of effort across projects and services won't be really possible unless we know the total equation.
We'll find that the effort is really light in doing this, and as we start to see the reports and we start to see what we're doing, we'll see the value. Everyone will see the value of why we're doing this.
I would describe success very simply: to achieve the highest levels of community satisfaction possible. What people often say is, ITS costs too much. Where we can accurately describe the cost of our services, we'll be able to articulate clearly the exact costs and benchmark those costs. So at the end of the day, the highest level of community satisfaction is what we're after in ITS, and this PPM initiative is squarely right in the middle of that.